A visualization of 5 chemistry safety rules. All rules visualized are in the chemistry lab safety sheet. Welcome to ArchGenesis Lab, where today we will be showing off 5 chemistry lab safety rules. Here comes our test subjects now. Before heading into a lab, what should you do? Let's see what our test subjects do. So it looks like both of our subjects are putting on their lab coats first. Alright, it looks like Jake is leaving now, which is quite odd. Let's see what Topley does. So if we look now, Topley has decided to put on his safety goggles, lab coat, and boots, while Jake only put on his lab coat. In this case, Jake is most definitely wrong. You need your safety goggles to protect your eyes from dangerous chemicals, you need your lab coat to hopefully save your skin from acid burns, and you need your boots not to stub your toe on anything and accidentally trip and hit someone with chemicals. All 3 of these pieces of equipment are very important and should always be worn inside of a chemistry lab. And if you don't wear the protective equipment, well, let's see what happens to Mr. Jake when he decided to not wear his safety goggles. Mr. Jake was mixing up chemicals in the lab when all of a sudden something strange happened. That strange feeling was the acid of chemicals getting into his eyes. In fact, if we look at his point of view, everything is green and very, very noxious looking. This is because he was not wearing safety goggles. And because he did not wear safety goggles, he got some very, very dangerous toxins and chemicals inside of his eyes. Chemistry rule number 4. Always wear safety goggles when working with chemicals. So now that our test subjects are completely filled out in their lab safety gear, we can proceed into the laboratory. So while Topley was working with chemicals, Mr. Jake decided he was a little bit hungry, so he went to go find something to eat. So he went into the corner of the lab and he started eating his meal. He kept eating and eating, and it took him quite a bit of time to eat. But after that, he decided, hey, I should go on a walk outside. In fact, it was on this walk when he felt something strange happen in his stomach. Then, all of a sudden, he collapsed to the ground with a thud, and he didn't know why. He was completely mystified. What Jake had not realized is that those meals inside of the lab had some very dangerous chemicals baked into them and were in the corner preparing for disposal. Later that day, he was found dead outside of the lab, with a dangerous chemical having eaten through his stomach, killing him. Chemistry rule number 5. Never eat or drink anything while in the lab. So later that day in the evening, Mr. Topley and Mr. Jake were doing an experiment and they were just about to head out. But they decided, what's the harm? Let's play around a bit. And, it didn't end very well. So they just kind of started play fighting, throwing a few hands, a few kicks. But then, all of a sudden, Jake accidentally kicked a power outlet. This caused the electrical outlet to spark, explode, and cause an electrical fire, which cost thousands of dollars in damages. You never want to be Jake in this situation. Chemistry rule number 8. No horseplay in the lab at any time. The next day, Mr. Topley found himself lighting a Bunsen burner. So he lit the burner and just decided to walk away. Chemistry rule number 12. Use proper procedure when lighting and using Bunsen burners. Jake and Topley thought it would be a good idea to prepare chemicals for tomorrow, so they brought out all the chemicals and laid them out for the next day. However, in their rush to prepare these chemicals, what they had not realized was that they had accidentally mixed 2 volatile chemicals, causing a very, very big chain reaction to happen, causing a lot of destruction. Chemistry rule number 3. Only do lab work when the teacher is present. Do not engage in unauthorized or unsupervised experiments in the lab. We hope you enjoyed your stay at ArchGenesis Laboratories, and we hope you learned a few things about chemistry lab safety. Remember, stay safe and have a great day.